Hi, now we are going to continue with the second part of our lecture, which are going to look at machine learning, artificial neural network, and genetic algorithm. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is an application of artificial intelligence that provides system the ability to automatically learn and improve from the experience without being explicitly programmed. Machine learning focuses on the development of the computer programs that can access data and use it to learn for themselves. The process of learning begins with observations of the data, and they are looking at the data such as the examples, direct experience, or instruction in order to look for patterns in the data and make better decisions in the future based on the examples that we provide. So the primary aim is to allow the computers to learn automatically without human intervention or assistance and adjust their actions accordingly. Machine learning can be categorized into different categories. For example, the first categories of machine learning is supervised machine learning. Supervised machine learning algorithms can apply what has been learned in the past to new data using labeled examples to predict future events. Starting from the analysis of a known training dataset, the learning algorithm produces an inferred function to make predictions about the output values. This system is able to provide targets for any new input after sufficient training using the past data. The learning algorithm can also compare its output with the correct intended output from the system, and it can find errors in order to modify the model. However, there's another category of machine learning which is called unsupervised machine learning. Unsupervised machine learning are used when the information used to train is neither classified nor labeled. Your data is very random and have not been classified at all. So, unsupervised learning studies how your system can infer a function to describe a pattern which is hidden inside the unlabeled data. Okay, so the system doesn't actually figuring out what are the right output of the system, but it explores the data and draws some inferences from the data set to describe how these data are related from each other. So it kind of identify hidden structures in the data. Next, let's see what is artificial neural network. Artificial neural network, or we also call it as ANN, is actually one of the main tools used in machine learning. As the neural part, we can see in the name, it suggests they are a brain-inspired system which intended to replicate the way we human being learns. Neural network consists of input and output layers as well as hidden layers. It is actually corresponding to the real biological neural network that you can see in this image. In this image, you can see the soma, which is the heart of each of the cell in our brain. And then it kind of connected through the axon and the dendrites. And there are electrical synapses sent through the dendrites, and it connected all the neural networks all together. So this can be represented in artificial neural network as well. The representation of artificial neural network, as you can see in this image, is a typical ANN architecture where there are several input signals, and the middle layer are usually the hidden layers, and you have the output signals at the output layer. So some calculations occur in all of these nodes, and it kind of identifying the categories of things and lots of data that comes into the input signals. Last but not least, we are looking at genetic algorithm. What is genetic algorithm? A genetic algorithm is a search heuristic technique that is inspired by Charles Darwin's theory of natural evolution. I know some of you might be familiar with the technique. So this algorithm actually reflects the process of natural selection, where we usually select fittest individuals and reproduce to get a better offspring in the next generation. So we kind of imitate the genetic in our human being, and then we do the natural selection, natural reproduction, and finally having the offspring in the generation. So the natural evolution in genetic algorithm assumes that the first generation is not so good. It will evolve to be a better solution, a better production, and at the end it will produce the best solution. So that's all for all three techniques in artificial intelligence. So see you soon.